back with me. Where? Back to the future.
Hello, my name is Andrew Burnett. In collaboration with Kalia, Neil, and Ada, we'd like to welcome you to our presentation of Back to the Future, the Classroom of the Future, and how technology will play a role in the future of classrooms. You may be wondering, why am I talking in a British accent? Well, British people just sound smarter. In many ways, the Classroom of the Future harkens back to the one-room schoolhouse far more than to the industrial assembly line classrooms of the 20th century. As can be seen, students of diverse ages and abilities are in a single room working on different tasks under the supervision of the teacher. Some of these elements will also be reflected in the Classroom of the Future. Students working on tasks according to interest, need or ability, peer-to-peer learning, and students engaging in independent work of research. A diversity of resources are evident on the walls of this classroom, foreshadowing the cornucopia of resources that will be available to globally connected students. Classrooms of the future look like the iPrep Math Classroom in Miami-Dade County Public Schools. For a $30 million Race to the Top district grant from the United States Department of Education, the district was able to implement a visionary approach to mathematics instruction in middle school. Several traditional small classrooms are combined into one large, flexible, multifunctional space with modular, configurable furniture that can be adapted to the task of the moment. Groups of 60 or more students of mixed abilities work in this environment at one time under the guidance of 3 teachers. Each student has access to a laptop as necessary, including take-home devices. Students can also bring their own devices. The entire environment is set up for wireless connectivity. Students work independently or in small groups on research and on projects with real-world applications, participate in direct instruction or supervised work with one of the teachers, or participate in computer-based tutorials for enrichment or remediation. Technology allows the teachers to closely monitor each student's progress and adapt instructions or resources as necessary. This was a sample of the possibilities that can unfold for technology integration in education. Emergent technologies will flatten classroom walls. Students and educators will have access to anytime, anywhere learning resources that are platform agnostic and web-based. Students will be researchers, authors, and makers, leveraging technology to publish, collaborate, and share their work. Teachers will function as guides, facilitators, gatekeepers and guardians, ensuring that students learn to activate their own knowledge and apply it in the real world. The role of the teacher and students becomes more blurred in a collaborative environment in which teachers are also lifelong learners. A learning loop, assessment and instruction. Technology resources allow teachers to have real-time information to monitor student learning. Assessment is embedded within the matrix of instruction. Students will monitor and reflect on their own progress. Instruction is adapted and modified both through adaptive computer programs and by the teacher facilitators. Technology supports student collaboration and communication within a class and across the globe. A free-flowing, real-world relevant learning environment supports and requires cross-curricular connections. The classroom of the future may not be a classroom at all. Students will access instructional resources through web-based resources, both synchronous and asynchronous. The very best archived lessons will serve as lasting resources, accessible to all, anytime, anywhere. Barriers of isolation and lack of access can be eliminated, with students in rural schools, old schools, and traditional schools able to access the same resources and accessing the best instruction. Teachers will be able to publish lessons and resources, breaking down isolation in the teaching profession and disseminating best practices. What exactly does the future of classrooms look like with technology? Physical classrooms, also known as traditional face-to-face learning in a classroom, will be transformed in the future to digital classrooms that are technology-enabled to provide educational broadcasting or digital learning. Digital classrooms. The future of classrooms will be a completely digital learning environment. All students and staff will have their individual needs met through technological resources designed to enhance the educational experience. These resources include the following. One-to-one digital devices. One-to-one digital devices allow each student and staff member to have their own. Interactive whiteboards. Interactive whiteboards require users to respond to educational software by touching a screen with either a finger, a pen, or other solid object. Student response systems. Student response systems is a wireless response system that allows students to respond to teachers' questions by using a clicker or handheld response pad to send their answers to a receiver. The answers can then be seen on a screen for class discussion, or the data can be saved and analysed for future educational planning. Digital teachers. In the future, there will not be a need to have teachers or students actually be present in classrooms. Teachers, students, or guests will be able to present in the classroom from a remote location or displaying their images known as a hologram. Teaching by television or video conferencing is another way classrooms will be transformed in the future. Students in any location can connect with teachers via video or the internet in real time. Holographic technology could allow teachers to present to students in multiple locations at the same time. In addition, personal holographic projectors utilized by students in their homes could allow them to participate in class discussions with a teacher projected into the living room. Video conferencing still allows teachers and students to interact both verbally and non-verbally by viewing each other's gestures and mannerisms on a TV monitor. Digital students can be described as students that utilize technology in a vast majority of their learning experience. As a result, students are able to use electronic devices to maneuver through their educational environment.